Here at the Detroit Auto Show, not only can people view the future of the auto industry, but they can actually experience it, like this on the Ford Bronco. Every holiday season, we see these beautiful potted plants that just put the perfect touch in any Christmas-themed home, which I always thought of as an entire flower. But really, the flower is just only this yellow spot in the middle, around a bunch of leaves. People from all over come to get their hands on these donuts and the other products offered here at Uncle John's. But they also don't realize how much work actually goes into making these products. Here at Michigan State's campus, today has been an array of emotions, from writing messages to leaving tributes at the visual moments. But now, as the sun begins to set, the campus gathering transitions into a more somber yet hopeful light. Those were the reactions of people finding out that the address you put on this application before voting can actually change the address on multiple state documents. The event's going to be from 5 to 9 p.m. tonight. It happens annually on the Friday before Thanksgiving, and it's going to kick off right down here at Allegan Street with the Silver Bells Village starting off at 5 p.m. This will feature about 30 different vendors, about 7 food trucks and trailers. So if you're looking to come get a bite to eat tonight or some refreshments or to get a kickstart into that Christmas shopping, this is the place to do that. And then later at 6 p.m. at the corner of Lenawee Street, the Electric Light Parade will kick off on the street. And I don't know how to explain this other than that it's the Disney of light parades with how immaculate the lights are on the floats. This year, about 70 entries, 11 high school marching bands can be seen, and some horse-drawn carriages, and of course the big man himself, Santa Claus, will be seen as well, which even as adults we all get excited to see. And then later in the event at 7:30 p.m., this beautiful 60-foot tall spruce will be decked out and lit up in the most beautiful colored lights that you can see here in Lansing. It's truly the city of lights here tonight. Here at Michigan State University, students from in-state and out-of-state register to vote here on campus. What they don't always realize is that when you register to vote using your East Lansing address, it becomes your official permanent address, including on documents such as your driver's license or state identification card. I was able to talk to a few students and see how this has impacted their voting experience. It was a day to honor the victims. Across Michigan State's campus, people gathered. They lit candles. They had moments of silence.
I guess like tragic would be the biggest one for me, but like kind of like surreal, like the experience was very surreal.
That's how Riley Barber feels on this day, like many on campus do. It was 2 years ago, on February 13th, that the Spartan community was shocked by the devastating shooting that left a mark on everyone's heart.
I don't even know if I could put it into words, really, but it's hopeful to know that students are still allowing themselves to step into their emotions and their healing process.
You can see it everywhere. Tents, reflection spots, service dogs, things that are helping Spartans heal and share their thoughts while supporting one another.
Things like this are really important for us to have as students so that we can come together and remember that.
Even after the biggest winter storm this season, people still felt that they needed to be together on this day.
I really just think it's important, like you said, kind of for community and unity. Everyone can come together in the same space and just remember everyone that was lost.
Here at Michigan State's campus, today has been an array of emotions, from writing messages to leaving tributes at the visual moments. But now, as the sun begins to set, the campus gathering transitions into a more somber yet hopeful light. Then, at the end of the day, just like 2 years ago, hundreds gathered for a candlelight vigil. Motor City is revving up.
Welcome to the 2025 Detroit Auto Show Charity Preview.
And the charity preview marks the start of the auto show.
Sam Clement, DADA Co-Executive Director. How about that?
And Sam knows just how important this event can be for Michigan.
Like, it takes everyone to bring this together. It's just really good collaboration. We have good partners with the city, good partners in the auto industry, and we all come together and have a great night.
And that is evident through the people who come to this event.
I'm always pumped about seeing what's going on with the auto show because we the Motor City.
And the clothes they wear.
I decided to go with a custom red suit because red represents strength and power.
Words that can also be used to describe this city.
People of Detroit, when we set our mind to something, that anything is possible.
Something that Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist knows well.
Our sports teams can be good, our car companies can be great.
Since 1976, automakers have been showcasing their cars. Here at the Detroit Auto Show, not only can people view the future of the auto industry, but they can actually experience it, like this on the Ford Bronco.
The ride and drive tracks. We have 4 of them. They have 40 different cars on those tracks. So you can see all kinds of vehicles. You can see the technology, how it operates. You can go up mountains. You can go over basically rivers. You can go anywhere. It's an incredible experience.
And despite the city being frozen and under a few layers of snow, people showed up for cars, Florida, and a good cause.
This has such an impact, not only on the community and the auto industry, but the children's charities.
The auto show has raised $125 million for children's charities in Michigan.
The auto show is an iconic and anchor event for the city, for the state, for the country.
It's truly more than just cars. The auto show will continue through January. In Detroit, WDBM, Rachel Fulton.
So stick around, make some memories and new friends.
It was about making new friends, like-minded people who needed to be together.
Stop fighting.
I think it's really important that we get together as a community during this time.
It was billed as a walkout to reject fascism. About 100 students gathered at Demonstration Field on the Friday after the presidential election.
I think that a lot of us are really, really upset about the results of the election, and a lot of people are losing hope and feeling a lot of despair.
So it felt better to be together. They called themselves Students United Against Fascism. They made signs and even set up a booth with food and water.
When democracy is under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! When democracy is under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back!
The group then made the short march from Dem Field to the Sparty statue. Michigan State's campus has been pretty quiet ever since we got the results of this year's presidential election, until right now.
People in the back, can you hear me? Awesome.
The Sparty statue is considered the center of Michigan State's campus, and this group's goal was to be the center of attention on this day. They spent about an hour in front of the statue, hoping to get their point across, but knowing they still have a bright future ahead of them, just like the blue sky fall day.
All of our work for the election wasn't for nothing. There's still a bright future ahead of us.
Rachel Fulton, Focal Point News. Fall in Michigan means cooler weather and cider and donuts. People from all over come to get their hands on these donuts and the other products offered here at Uncle John's. But they also don't realize how much work actually goes into making these products.
All of our traditional Uncle John's donuts are all made up here.
John Haystack has been making the donuts here for 20 years.
The machine makes 4 donuts every 8 seconds.
He's not the John of Uncle John's. That would be his father-in-law. But it is certainly a family business.
You know, we're 5 generations at this. So my mother and father-in-law started the business. This is our 52nd season. And then my husband, brother-in-law, and I own the business today.
Whenever I come home, I'm the one who gets to, do the less fun work and package them up.
Lauren Beck is the 4th generation in the farming family. She knows the corn maze like the back of her hand, and standing among Ida Red apple trees, she can talk about the extended family tree.
It's not even just the actual family members here. It's kind of the people who work here as well. I've known so many of the people who work here for my entire life.
It all started with these trees behind the corn maze. And now, 5 generations later,
So that's my dad.
the mill, the donuts, and the cider make this a fall destination. In St. John's, Rachel Fulton, Focal Point News.